All right, what is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Got my buddy Michael back with me from Truth Under Tension. His channel link is in the description box below. If you guys want to check his channel out, he has got a myriad of knowledge to share with you guys, and his videos are really like short and sweet and to the point. So you can get a lot of information in a very short amount of time if you're running short on time. And he's also got more elaborate videos, but I'm going to go ahead and let him kick off this stream. So we'll just go from there.
Absolutely. Hey, thanks for having me back on. It's definitely good to be back. I think, us coming together and collaborating on many different types of things is going to be beneficial to both our audiences. And as we kind of build a community, what we're looking to do really is to educate on the reality of fitness instead of the glitz and glamour that tends to be going out there in social media. So I think that's our main goal. And so, again, I want to thank you for inviting me back on. I hope we have many more shows to come, and I'm looking forward to getting into this topic today of training styles and what you should be doing, or is there a best training style at all? And that's really, I think, what we want to address today. Whether you're a beginner or an expert level, there's always that education in between that you really have to figure out what suits you best and what your goals are. So, I mean, that's what I've got so far. I mean, so what you thinking, man? I mean, how do you personally train?
Well, I do kind of a mixture, of just what maybe I guess you would put like my favorite parts of each different training routine. So I've taken, training techniques from John Meadows. I've taken training techniques from just really big buff, not really buff, got like more strongman type dudes. So I'll do like
Gotcha.
a strength day. Actually, in the thumbnail of this stream, there's a training routine, and that's probably the closest to what I do because I'll do one day for strength. I'll do a leg day for strength, and I'll do an upper body day for strength. So, heavier weight, less reps, longer rest time. And then I'll do the same thing, usually a pull day. So I'll do, back workout, rear delts, deadlifts, stuff like that. And I'll do, kind of shorter. Well, I tend to keep my rest times up there a little bit because I do my cardio separately. But
Okay.
because the longer you rest, the more reps you'll be able to get in each set, and ideally for hypertrophy, the more you'll be able to tear that muscle down during each workout. But basically, I'll do each week I'll do a training session for upper body and strength, lower body and strength, and then upper body and hypertrophy and kind of endurance kind of mixed in there, and push pull leg basically. So that's my way. And then I'll do those 5 days of hitting the weights, and then I'll just do sometimes I'll just get on the treadmill and do like 3 miles. Sometimes I'll get on the row machine, or sometimes just some kind of intense cardio. I've got like a 5-mile running trail behind my house, so when the weather's decent, I'll go out and run on there. I think we lost him. Could you hear me? I lost you for a second. I
I
didn't
can
know
hear
if
you.
you
Yeah,
could.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, but yeah,
For a second,
I've
I
got the
lost you, but
running
now I can hear you.
trail. Yeah, I've got the running trail behind the house, and then I've also got a bicycle. So I try to dedicate at least one day just more to cardio. But that's just because I want more endurance, more like cardiovascular health, lung health, respiratory health,
Yeah,
stuff like that. So it's really just, when I first started, I was only doing just a few push-ups here and there, and then maybe
right.
some like chair dips, and I just progressed from there. And then I was really anti-cardio. I remember my first year because I thought that I would lose gains if I did if I ran or something like that, because I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
still really skinny, and all I wanted to do was put on weight. But
yeah.
then when I finally did break down and start doing cardio, I started doing sprints. I would just run sprints like as hard as I could until I just couldn't breathe anymore. And then it was like almost instantaneous. Like the next day in the gym, I felt more energy, more natural
Yeah.
energy. Like I felt like I had another rep in the tank. And that's where I developed the theory that cardio, cardio and, say doing a PR on deadlift I feel like if you're consistently doing deadlifts and doing cardio, the cardio will help you in your deadlift, and the deadlift will help you in your cardio because it's the central nervous system uh, uh, developing more endurance. And I could be wrong about that, but that's just what makes sense to me because that's kind of how it seems that I've experienced it so far. But what about your training style? Oh no, guys, we lost him. Well, while we're waiting on him to get his connection back, I'm going to show you. I finally found the picture. If you guys were watching my last stream, I talked about when I did my Tren cycle and like my peak physique that I've ever had, and it's right here. So, yeah, I was really proud of that physique, but it took it took a lot out of me mentally. I was really stressed. I was really just paranoid. I was acting crazy to my old lady. But yeah, I did run Tren, and that was, I guess this was my peak physique. I was about 198 pounds, just really lean. And you could see I had some lat development coming in finally. And yeah, but so Tren, I'll do a video completely separate on that actually. And but I just wanted to show for the guys that watched the last live stream and I was looking for that picture and I wasn't able to find it, so I just wanted to show it to you guys real quick while we're waiting on Michael, because I think he said he can hear me, but I don't have video for him and I can't hear him, so I'm sure it's just the connection issue that he'll get under control, guys. So just bear with us for a second. There he is. There he is. Yeah, I was just trying to kill the time until you got your connection back. So I was showing them.
No, so really what I wanted to do, what I wanted to cover with, just by asking you that question is I wanted to really set an example, right? And your answer was perfect. Your answer was perfect because it was perfect for how you train and what you need. And so that proves the point. That really states my point, is that there is no one single training style that anybody should really kind of use as a silver bullet, right?
Right.
I think that's really what we're trying to go over here and discuss in great detail. There is no silver bullet, guys. So really you train in a way that you see is best suited for you. And that training style seems to change all the time for me personally. I'll go from a bodybuilding type of training to a powerlifting type of training to a power building type of training. I've even messed around with a little bit of CrossFit here and there. There are so many different ways to train, but the body.
Oh no, I'm losing you again. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and throw up the banner while he's But yeah, guys, the merch store's open until he comes back. Link is in the description below. Yeah, not just t-shirts either. There's hats, bags, all kinds of stuff, and they're really comfortable. I think it was only like $20. So if you click the link in the description below, you'll get my, I think it's 10 or 15% discount. And I've only got the one logo for now. If anybody wants to create a logo and send it in, by all means. But there he is. He's back now.
I'm back. Let me get ready a little better connection. Sometimes in my gym, it's not the best connection.
I envy you having your own gym.
Oh man, it's a long time coming. A long time coming.
Oh, I will someday. We're hoping to buy a house within the next couple of years, and I'm definitely going to have a space that I can build my own home gym. But I think you were covering, how variating your training type is kind of ideal for me anyway. Like you said earlier, it depends on your goals. But for me, I just, I train to be healthy, happy. Obviously I want to look aesthetically good, but I also want to have strength. So that's why I use kind of like little bits of each different type of training. But if you're, say, a power lifter, then you'd want to focus more on strength. You'd want to focus more on 1 rep maxes, one thing, maybe 2 sets of up to 5.
Yeah.
But people that train for bodybuilding, if you ask Jay Cutler, lightweight, high reps is the way to go. So that's why I kind of incorporate just a little bit of everything in mind. Just kind of always keeping my body, I don't want to say in shock, but just never getting used to one particular thing. Just like I'll do like my deadlifts. I do my deadlifts every 2 weeks because I feel like I don't if I was a power lifter, I'd probably do it once or twice a week, but I do it for core strength, not core as in core, but just my core strength.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of those deadlift days, I'll work all the way up to a heavy 1 rep, but then the other deadlift day, I will work up to maybe 80% of my max and rep it out, and then I'll kind of drop back down and do as many, just kind of like drop sets. So just kind of always vary, never doing the same thing over and over again. The thing I do most over and over is probably bench press, but that's just because that's one of my favorite workouts to do.
Sure.
But I'll let you go
there's
ahead.
nothing wrong with that. So, and I was, listening to you with the Jay Cutler comment, right? So that piqued some interest in me. So, the way he says he trains, or the way he promotes training, right, is, high rep, low weight. And, there's a specific reason for that. And so, right, and it's kind of 2-part, right? Well, for him, that works. That's reason number 1. But actually for the science behind it, let's be honest, that's exactly what works best for those who are enhanced. Because when you're on a performance enhancing, drug, what the goal is to pump blood to the muscle, because that's what gets those enhancements to the muscle themselves. So that is exactly why he trains like that. And that is exactly why it's so highly effective for him. But unfortunately, so someone who may be new to training, or even on only a couple of years in, they're not going to know that knowledge, right? So what they're going to do is they're going to look at a guy like Jay, and they'll try to copy his training, and that doesn't always work. You're not going to get the same results as most of these guys you see in social media or in the big shows, Mr. Olympias and the bodybuilding shows. And there's an absolute scientific reason behind it. And that's what I want people to understand, is that there are effective ways to train for your body type and for your diet and what you may be doing as far as PEDs are concerned, if you use any at all, or any TRT, anything like that, any human growth hormone. I don't care what it is. There's different ways to train as you take these different things and add them to your, I guess, whole fitness, environment or ethosphere, right? Mm-hmm. So, like I was saying before, for me, whenever I first got started, really, and I give this as advice to those who are just getting started, it's just about showing up, right? Yeah. So I'm not going to tell you to go train like a bodybuilder, don't train like a power lifter, don't go train CrossFit. Don't think that that's what's going to do it for you, right? You got to go in and just start moving weight. Start moving weight, doing things, see how your body responds, because every single body responds differently. Everyone's. I know exactly how my body responds. I know when I do certain types of training, I know what to expect out of my body. Right. So I know when I'm switching it, I know what I'm doing. When I'm changing the channel, I'm getting a different result, right? And you always have to be changing the channel on your body, right? Always trying to mix it up. Everybody says you want to mix up and confuse the body. That's a tough one for me. It's not just about confusing the body. The body is genius. It's going to adapt, but you're not going to confuse your body. Ultimately, what you're trying to do is learn your body, right? Mm-hmm. So when I go in and I train like a bodybuilder, and I do, or if I go in and I just do the bro splits, man, your 4 sets of 8, I know exactly what my body is going to do. I know exactly what it's going to do. And then I know what my body's going to do whenever I go in there and I half the weight and I do triple the reps. Mm-hmm. Right. So my point is to say there is no silver bullet. Really, the thing is you got to find out what type of training suits you, whether it's powerlifting, bodybuilding, CrossFit, power building, Pilates, even. I mean, I'm not leaving anything out. Everybody
Right.
has their own goal, right? And it's really, what's your goal? Do you want to come out with a, looking jacked, like have like a jacked model physique? I mean, I think I look pretty good, but that's not what, someone can't go do Pilates and look like me. It's not going to happen.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm not the pinnacle either. Someone could go do bodybuilding and do PEDs and crush me, totally crush me. I will never catch them. So you
If
just
they
got to
have
know
the
which lane
genetics.
you're in.
If
Yeah,
they have
well,
the
of course,
genetics. Yeah.
of course, but
I tell.
go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I always tell newbies, find the exercises that you enjoy doing and go in there and just do, and the more you enjoy the exercise, the more likely you're going to want to stick with it. And then once you've, developed somewhat of a routine, you're starting to get used to it. Then you'll start to realize, oh, I need to do that. I need to do this exercise if I want to achieve this result. So then you'll kind of add in, more exercises that you don't really enjoy, but you develop that discipline to make you, kind of want to add in the other necessary exercises. Like for me, I didn't work out legs for like the first 6 months I worked out. I was because I hated doing it. Now I enjoy it. I enjoy doing squats because the progress when I first went in the gym, I could bench 135 pounds, one plate I could squat it for one rep.
Okay.
I could bench press for reps more than I could squat.
Right.
And the progress I've made as far as squats, it makes me, happy. And now I actually enjoy doing squats. So it's really, I feel like for beginners, it's really important just to get in there and find something that you enjoy doing. Train with proper form, because if you learn sloppy form, then relearning is a lot more difficult than just learning it correctly the first time. But most people enjoy doing bench press. A lot of people enjoy doing deadlifts, maybe pull-ups, maybe just whatever it is. Just get in there and make some movement. And the people that are like morbidly obese, they've been sitting on the couch for 5 years. I tell them go for a walk, go for a 5-minute walk, and then tomorrow go for a 6-minute walk. Next day go for a 7-minute walk. Anything that you're doing is more than you were doing yesterday. That is progress. Whether it's just walking for 1 more minute, whether it's just taking 50 more steps, you're still making progress, and they're going to feel better. And that's what drives me so crazy about these people who say that they can't do it. I can't do it. And I just look at them and say, if I can do it, you can do it. I know I don't have the genetics to be morbidly obese, but I know for a fact, because I came off of opiates and got in the gym and gained at one point I had gained 60 pounds, and maybe 30% of it was fat. So it was, if I can do it, anybody else can do it. That's all I can say. Cause I was on opiates for over 10 years. I was smoking I was smoking that black tar off of tin foil and shit. I was in the gutter. So if I can clean it up and I can, go to the gym. For me, the gym is, it's, how do I put it? I don't want to say it's my new addiction. It definitely is my new addiction, but it's a healthy addiction. It's not that I overtrain. Some people get way too into it and overtrain, and I'm getting off subject. But what I was saying is basically just find something you enjoy doing and then stick with that. And then as you start to progress, you're going to want to, you're going to see results that you want to achieve, and you'll be like, oh, well, if I want to achieve that result, I have to add in this exercise, or I have to change this aspect or that aspect. It's just, that's how it was for me. So I figure that that goes back to what I was saying. Like, if I can do it, anybody else can. And taking that first step is always the hardest.
Oh, of course. And of course, like you're saying, if you can do it, anybody can do it. But at the same time, everybody has a different situation. So, what I want to say to the person who may be watching this and hear you say that, and probably will say, well, you don't have a clue what I'm going through. You don't have a clue where I'm sitting in my life. I get that you came off of opiates. I get that. But I'm 650 pounds and I can't walk. What do you have to say about that? That's the people that we really need to be reaching, I think. So
Right.
you're talking about different situations for every individual. And so
Mhm.
what I'm trying to convey right here with our show today, right? We're trying what we're wanting to cover are the topics of training styles and what works best,
Mhm.
or do any of them work best? That's really the
Right.
better question to ask. And ultimately, if you are that 650-pound person that has a total loss of motivation, there's nothing I can say here today to help. There's nothing. Because one thing does connect you, Chris, with every other person who has had to overcome something significant to get back to a healthy place. One thing
Mhm.
connects all of you. And what it is you won't make a change until you have decided in your own mind and in your own heart to make the change. There's nothing I
Absolutely.
can say here today to push you. Nothing at all. I can train you. I can tell you exactly what to do. I can tell that 650-pound person exactly what to do to get their butt off the couch and
Mhm.
begin to move, and then begin to work out and to begin to get stronger, healthier, and more lively. And that'll take, a year or two at least, because people also have to understand when you spend 10 years getting yourself into a bad situation, it's not going to take 10 days to get out of it, right? This is a lifelong thing. And I think, Chris, you would 100% agree, considering you came from a life of addiction, right? So you represent a very unique angle in this whole fitness universe that
Right.
I can't even begin to represent. I don't represent who you represent. But
Right.
I think where we come together is that we have the same mindset, and we
Mhm.
both believe that this is about the longevity. This is about health and life, both mentally and physically. Because physical don't mean nothing if you don't have mental, and vice versa, right?
Exactly. And
So
that's why I
all
created my channel. That's
yeah, man.
to get
That's all.
to show other addicts, and not even just addicts, just people that feel like they're stuck in a rut, they can't make a change, that they can make a change. Because I remember I put it off and I put it off. I was like, well, tomorrow I'll start. I'll start tomorrow. I'll start next week.
Yeah.
And then one day I was just like, I'm starting right now. And I
Right.
just got down on the floor and I just started doing push ups. And that's the way I try to tell people. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not forcing them, you better do it right now. You know what I'm saying? If you want to better your life, don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it. I don't care if you're 1,000 pounds. You can if you make the correct decisions and you put in the effort. You have to, and like you said, you have to make that decision on your own. No outside force can do it for you. Nobody can
None.
make it easy for you. Can get what's it called when they get the surgery where they
Yeah,
remove
like
all
the lap
the fat.
band and stuff like that.
Yeah, see, I am curious. Like somebody who can't walk. I mean,
Hmm.
obviously, we could suggest a calorie deficit. If they want to make a change, they could eat in a calorie deficit. But how weak are their leg muscles? How long is it going to take before they can even get up? Do we have somebody to help them walk and get around, or what? Where would we even start? That's where I'm.
So let me comment on that, right? Because I see these patients all the time in my line of work, right? So first things first is these people are a whole heck of a lot stronger than they think they are. So
Mhm.
let me explain it to you like this. Chris, go out today or tomorrow, whenever you train next time. Go do some farmer walks and do it with 400 pounds. Can you walk with that? Because I can't. And
Mm-mm.
so that's what's happening, right? So you would consider yourself strong, for your body weight and for your size. I consider myself strong. But if you ask me right now, Michael, go to your gym right now, pick up two 200-pound dumbbells. First of all, pick them up and then start walking with them,
Right.
and it's going to be a totally different story. So
Hmm.
what these folks need to do whenever you are morbidly obese and you are to a point to where you can't carry yourself around and you are literally bedridden or stuck in a chair, a motorized chair, it absolutely begins with a calorie deficit.
Hmm.
And and they have an extreme food addiction, right? So this calorie deficit to them is like torture, and it's going to feel horrible. They're going to have hunger pains. They're going to lose their minds. The food addiction is the very same addiction as any other drug addiction.
Yeah.
Whenever you get an addiction in your brain, it's a chemical that it's a dependency. It's a chemical dependency that switches in your brain. And so the food addiction is just the same way. So going back, I'm rambling. Going back, the best thing for those people to do is to immediately get into a calorie deficit, because then they will start to drop the weight, and then they will magically be able to stand up. And that's simply because now their muscles can support it and they can begin to move. And another not fun fact, but another interesting fact about morbidly obese patients of that type, whenever they go to do their lap band surgeries or their gastric bypasses and whatnot, there's a pretty rigorous, step-by-step process they have to go through. And part of that process is that they have to lose X amount of weight by themselves. We won't take them in. We won't just take them in and cut on them.
Mm-hmm.
They have to lose it. So every time I see that, it hurts my heart. It breaks my heart, right? Because what happens is then those people go home and they lose the weight. You know why, Chris? Because there's a motivation, man. There's a motivation. Right. They think if I lose the weight, I get my surgery. Mm-hmm. So what needs to change in their head is not I want to lose weight to have surgery. It needs to change to I want to lose weight because I want to be healthy. I want to be strong. I want to live long. I want to be here for my kids, or I want to be here for my wife or husband. That has to change, because clearly they know how to self-motivate. Everybody thinks these people are lazy.
Right.
Good for nothing. No ambition, no motivation. Wrong. You just haven't found their motivation, and you haven't pressed that button. Right now they have a food addiction and it's crushed them. And really, they don't know how to fix it. And we've all been in a place where we don't know how to fix something about ourselves. I don't want to get too philosophical on it, go off, but we've all been there. So you got to find the button, man. And then for those people who are sitting on the couch, if you're sitting on the couch right now, I'm talking straight to you. If you're sitting on the couch and you can't move, I want to encourage you. I know that nothing I'm going to say is going to do this for you, but I want to encourage you that the first thing you do is a calorie deficit, and then you will be able to stand up. I promise you, if you just want to blind trust me, do a calorie deficit, watch the pounds shed off, and then get up. Be motivated by your movement, and then just keep moving. That's all I want.
And the thing is, 20 years ago it was a lot more difficult, but now, like Coach Greg's cookbook, they could order Coach Greg's cookbook, protein ice cream, protein, eating lots of protein increases your calorie maintenance. Mm-hmm. So you'll burn more energy just by processing that protein than you would if you were eating a bunch of simple carbs and sugars and stuff. So
of course,
eat high density, low calorie foods, right? Where there's a lot of food but really low calories. It doesn't always have to be salads. He's got all kinds of recipes in there, and he's not the only one either. You can look up recipes. There's one of my favorite ones is he uses cottage cheese, and you put it in the blender, and you put chocolate pudding mix. And if you're trying to cut, you use artificial sweeteners. You can use regular sugar if you're not really cutting, and then you put protein powder in there. It's delicious, man. Tastes just like regular pudding, and it's like 21 grams of protein a serving and only like maybe 120 calories. So there is definitely ways, and that way they don't have to be miserable the entire time. I'm sure they're still going to be hungry, but I feel like if you're at that point, achieving a calorie deficit wouldn't be that difficult. And,
it's not.
Unless you're going into a dramatic deficit, something like 2,000 calories, but that's not necessary.
I
feel
wouldn't
like,
have anybody do that.
right. I feel like they could just drop down to, 3 to 500, say 500 calories just for ease of mathematics. 500 calorie deficit. That's a pound. That's a pound a week. 52. They'll lose 52 pounds in a year.
Mm-hmm.
Think of how long it took to get to the size they are, or if you're watching this, think of how long it took to get to the size that you are. Probably 5 or 10 years. If you're trying to lose it all in 6 months, maybe you will, but you're going to gain it all back because you're going to binge feed.
Yeah.
You're going to binge eat, and you're probably going to end up getting bigger than you were before you started. That's why I try to encourage people to make small changes over time. If you're eating in a surplus all the time, start by just dropping down to calorie maintenance. So you're at least not gaining more weight, right? And then you can slowly add, introduce more of a deficit. There was some study I read not long ago, and it said just 50 calories less a day. If you go into a 50 calorie deficit, which is nothing, that's like taking the ketchup off your fries or something like that. Tiny amount. You'll lose like 26 pounds a year.
Yeah.
Just by eating in a 50 calorie deficit.
It's amazing. It's amazing what consistency does.
Right.
And I preach consistency. That's all I do.
Absolutely. And people, they're not patient. They want to lose it all at once. And I'm like, you didn't gain it all at once. You didn't gain, if you're 100 pounds overweight, you didn't get 100 pounds overweight overnight. It likely took you a couple of years. I'm not saying it's going to take you a couple of years to lose it, but it's definitely not going to take you just a couple of months. And that's what I hate about so many of these fitness YouTubers is they're saying that you can get shredded in 30 days and stuff. I've got videos on it. And I'm just like, guys, yes, you can. It is scientifically possible to get shredded in 30 days if you're not morbidly obese anyway. But you're going to feel like complete garbage. It's going to tax your organs because they're not getting the nutrients and stuff they need to recover. You're going to just feel like death. And then once the diet is over, you're going to just binge eat and get, like I said, you'll probably end up getting bigger than you were when you started.
Exactly. And who wants to rebound? I saw a couple of comments popping up. I want to make sure we don't have any questions going on in there. Do we have?
Well, he was just contributing. Is that you still in here? Science-based fitness. I appreciate you stopping by. I just didn't want to interrupt Michael, but he had a couple of.
So let's see. It says, "What gets me more what gets me are complicated exercises." Yes, I think when beginners see crazy exercises, they assume they're better because of the complexity. Absolutely, simplicity can sometimes be the best. Man, I can't agree with that more. Fitness is not complicated. This shit is simple. I say it all the time to so many people. We make you make it complicated. This is really simple. Simple. Let's see.
One of the
hardest things for me with clients is getting people to drink less. It's hard. It's hard for me too. I'm going to assume that means adult beverages.
Probably alcohol, if I had to guess.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, right? I mean,
I used to drink all the time, and for me, I've got a crazy metabolism. I'm sure they are drinking. I've not studied a lot of it because once I got really focused on my diet and stuff like that, I wasn't drinking anymore. But I was always told alcohol is sugar, so I'm assuming whiskey and things like that are probably calorie dense. It was him, science-based fitness.
Perfect.
He's saying that it was alcohol, but and I can understand because I was an alcoholic for a very, very long time, so I can understand how it's very difficult to give up the drink. But for me, I was drinking beer still, and I would, when I first started lifting, but as I progressed, I noticed that the alcohol was it was impeding my progress. So I couldn't, and I was like, okay, because, I was using creatine and the alcohol was dehydrating me. So I was feeling, that's when all the side effects come in through creatine and, you get less results because you're not hydrated the way you're supposed to be. But anyway, the more I wanted to make more progress, the less I would drink. And I went from drinking every night down to like once a week. And now maybe I'll have a glass of wine with the old lady like every month or two, you know? So
Right.
it was really for me just weighing it out. You know, I was like, okay, this is getting in the way of me making progress in the gym. So I just, you know, kind of weaned myself off in that manner.
Yeah, man. So looks like we got another one to join the stream. Appreciate you dropping in, Jonathan. Looks like he's dropping in and say yo.
I
So
appreciate you, brother.
I mean, so let's get back to the training aspect of everything, right? So we all know that diet plays a huge role in all of it. I mean, that
Absolutely.
or I say we all know that. You and I know that, right? And so our viewers, some of them may not. And so what we're trying to do is educate that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And first of all, first and foremost, just as science-based fitness said, this is not complicated. It is very simple. It is
Right.
simply calories in, calories out. Let's not complicate this, guys. So
Absolutely.
you don't need to be a genius in diet. You don't need to be a doctor. You don't need to be a chef.
All you
Right.
need is a food scale and know how to read a freaking nutrition label. That's all
You
you
know,
need. Maybe a
I,
measuring cup.
I would even argue to say you don't even need that. You just simply you need to have the want to change, right? And you know exactly what should go in your mouth and what shouldn't. You know when you're eating junk and when you don't.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just a matter of eating less junk, eating more real whole foods. That's it. That's it. It's very, very simple. I personally, I don't go nuts on diet. I don't count calories. I don't weigh my foods. A lot of times, I don't pay a whole heck of a lot of attention to the macros. I know that's like probably blasphemous to some people to hear, but I just don't. And the
Well,
reason why is because it sucks the fun out of it for me, right? I'm doing it for one reason. I'm training for one reason, and that's to live as long as possible and as healthy as
mhm.
possible so I can spend it with my kids, my grandkids, hopefully great grandkids if I can get there, right?
Mm.
So to do that, you just got to use common sense. So let's talk about training, right? So the bodybuilding training style is you got two training styles. I'd arguably say three that are most prevalent or most known about: bodybuilding, powerlifting, and then your CrossFit, right? Which has come in the last, I don't know how long, Chris, maybe the last decade. CrossFit's gotten pretty big. So,
Yeah, uh, yeah, I would say decade.
something like that where it got really big, right? So those are
Mm-hmm.
your three main training styles. And then everything kind of branches off of those, if you ask me. They kind of goes different ways and they take pieces from each of them. And so to actually be able to say on this stream today, because we're telling you we're going over the different training styles and what's best, or is there a best?
Mm-hmm.
And there's I think there's one simple answer to it, and then the answer can be very complicated as well. So one simple answer is no, there's not a best training style. Chris, would you agree?
One particular best training style, but no. I mean, obviously, there, you know, people who compete in strongman, I feel like they do a little bit of everything. I feel like because they need endurance, you know, and they need a lot of strength. I feel like people that compete in powerlifting, they also train in endurance. They may not do as maybe like they won't do hit cardio per se, like really intense cardio. They do kind of
Mm-hmm.
more like steady state, just kind of fast paced walk. But I feel like incorporating a little bit of everything is the best way to go. And for us, for like the
Mm-hmm.
fit dad style, the if you're wanting to just kind of achieve an overall healthy, you know, physique, a little bit of everything is the best way to go. As long as you're keeping, you know, your ligaments and joints safe, you know, doing everything with proper form the right way, you know, and not ego lifting. I feel like a little bit of everything is probably the ideal. That's just the way I feel. So,
Well said, Chris. And that's really that was the point I was trying to get to, and you just picked it right up and finished it. The thing is um, what Chris and I are doing, or I won't speak for Chris, but what I'm doing is I'm just trying to give realistic goals and ways to get there on my channel, right? Fitness, education, and goals. And I'm doing that for the regular guy because I'm just a regular guy, Chris. I don't know about you, but I've never been paid to bodybuild. never been paid to go compete in a powerlifting contest, never went competed in CrossFit games. I've never done anything at that elite level as far as fitness is concerned, as far as lifting weights or fitness. Now, sports a different story, but as far as fitness, no, I've never competed in that. So I'm the regular guy. So to me, for me to sit across this table and be talking to a viewer today, I'm looking right at you and to say, bodybuilding is the best. You should do bodybuilding. Just because maybe I have a little more of a bodybuilding physique. If you looked at me and if you watch my videos, maybe I got a bodybuilding physique. And I just say, yes, bodybuilding that's it. That's what's going to get you there. And what I'd be doing is misleading you, because that may not be what works for you.
And that's what a lot of these people are doing. They're selling their. I mean, when I say people, I'm referring to a lot of the bigger YouTube channel, even the small, even not even the biggest ones. They're selling their workout programs and telling people that they're going to look like them if they train in that certain way. When there's so many other aspects. To me, genetics and diet play a bigger deal than training. Obviously, training is important, but your genetics combined with diet are going to make the biggest difference. You know, I mean, if you can train, you can have the best training regimen, the best coach and everything, but if you don't listen to them and eat the way you're supposed to eat, get wholesome meals in, you know, just make sure you're getting the raw materials that your body needs to repair the muscle and build the muscle back stronger, and the genetics to, you know, obviously the muscle inserts, that the way your body's structured, the way the mechanics of your body, you know, that they all play into your strength, your endurance. They all play into everything. So
it all comes together, man. It all comes together. It's a total package. So, and that's why I'm always going to say there's no silver bullet. I'm always going to say, get up and do what you want to do, not what I tell you to do. I'm always going to give advice because I like fitness. That's my channel. I'm going to show you my training, and if you want to follow a little bit of it, pick up a little bit on what I do, and then add some of what you want to do with it. I don't care what you do. I just want you to take something from me. I feel like I'm passionate about it, and I want everybody else to be happy, healthy, and have a long life too. And that's all I'm trying to do, in particular with my channel. I think, Chris, you agree. The one thing that is different, though, the one big difference between like you and I and like your big YouTubes, right? Which, let's be clear, I follow them because I like them. A lot of them are great personalities. And to your point, where they're selling workout programs and diet and things like that, and expecting, well, not expecting, but the buyer, the viewer who purchases that, thinks that they can maybe achieve those types of results that these people have. And it's simply not the case, because at the heart of the matter is these people are enhanced. Okay. I'm not mad at you for being enhanced. I'm not mad. I'm not against you. But what I'm telling you, the viewer right now today, is I've never in my whole life taken anything that has enhanced any part of my body. Everything I do is natural. So every bit of the advice that I give you and the guidance that I give you is going to be 100% achievable. This stuff, this physique is not, I don't want to say the wrong words. It's not difficult to achieve, but it's not simple. It does take time, right? But I can assure you that you can achieve it, right? It's just going to take time. I don't know. I mean, that's the best way I can say it is, you know, when you are looking at these other guys, they're enhanced. So I think that in and of itself is what really kind of pulls the reality out of it, because then your buyer goes and picks this up.
See, for some people, this is why I had the most, you know, the biggest trouble when I made that short little video about Matt Does Fitness and how I you know, I don't know if you watched it or not, about him being natty or not. And I said, I mean, it's a 30-second video. I'm just going to show it to you really fast if it'll let me do that, because, I mean, people are just, I mean, ruthless, man. They're going nuts over it. And I'm like, dudes, I'm
like,
just
in what
giving
way?
my
Like,
opinion. And I had a guy comment this morning and say, well, this isn't something to have an opinion about, since, you know, if I were natural and people were saying I wasn't, then I'd probably be a little defensive as well. And I was like, dude, just like I said something like the same way people speculate on whether or not celebrities are natural or not, famous YouTubers are going to get the same treatment. People are always going to speculate. And for you to be all, chapped ass over me, just giving my opinion. And all I was saying was that I was in Derek, more plays, more dates. I was in his comments. Here it is. All right, I'm going to let me see if it's going to let me share my screen.
Okay.
And here we go. Hope I don't have anything embarrassing open. Well, there we go. Okay, now, can you see? Can you see my? Okay, here we go. Here, and you can see it's got I don't know why it won't let me scroll over, but anyway, it's got 59 likes. Can you see it over there? And 45 downvotes, right? Out of 3,000 views. So yeah, we'll go ahead and just pull it up, and hopefully the audio works.
Yeah.
But yeah, just listen to what I tell these people, and
Okay,
I mean,
so we covered our handbook,
the comments are just insane.
If you meant marketing, we got to meet marketing. And you said you had to.
So it's 53 seconds. What's up, guys? I am headed to the gym now, but I am in Derek, More Plates, More Dates comments, and there's these snowflakes in there, guys, and they are arguing with me over whether Matt Does Fitness is natty or not. And I just simply pointed out that every time that he claims I'm not on drugs, like all defensive like, that it makes me think he's on drugs. I don't care if he's on drugs. I'm just saying he's lying to you when he keeps telling you that he's not. I think he should just be quiet about it if he wants people to think that he's natty. That's my opinion. I'm entitled to an opinion, but I'm being attacked for this opinion in the comments. I've got like 50 reactions or 60 or something. So a lot of people obviously agree. What do you think? Is Matt Does Fitness natty or is he not natty? So, yeah, anyway, I've gotten all kinds.
Getting beat up in the comments on that one. The reason why you're getting beat up is, first of all, you're getting beat up by his fans, right? Who are trying to come to his defense. But what I'm confused about, though, which I think maybe you're in your video, you're basically saying the same thing I'm thinking or saying here, is that I'm confused that what's the problem? Like, I don't care.
Well, the video that I was talking about, it was Derek doing a natty or not on Matt Does Fitness. So I was just kind of giving my opinion there. And then, I mean, just a wave of people hit my comment, and I'm getting all kinds of upvotes on my comment because I'm like, yeah, because if you I don't know if you've seen his video, the video that Derek did on Matt Does Fitness on whether he's natty or not, but he's like, look at the way he acts, he's like, he gets really defensive. He acts like, there was something about he was supposed to go take a drug test and he kept making all these excuses why he couldn't do it, and then he tried to, and Coach Greg made a video about it too. And all I did was point out that, if he was natty and, people were talking all that garbage about him, I feel like he would just not acknowledge it, just act like they don't exist. That's what I mean. But I'm honest with my audience, so it doesn't make that much of a difference. But I guess we got a little off topic. I forget why I even brought that up. But
no, you brought it because I brought it up. I'm bringing up PEDs. The thing is there's a difference between an enhanced athlete and a non-enhanced athlete, and that also weighs into your expectations. Is whatever you're following a certain fitness personality, you have to mitigate those expectations. You have to know, right? And I think it should be, not so hidden. Because here's the thing. If someone accused me or whatever of being enhanced, right? Oh, Michael takes steroids. There's no doubt in my mind he takes steroids. I'm not going to be defensive.
I'm sure some people do. Once you get big, you're going to get that because you do
look
jacked. You do look
you
jacked.
Get it. And I do to the to the normal guy, right?
Well,
But
you've got better genetics than, like
right.
for me, I'm enhanced, but well, you've got more training years on me as well, but my genetics, I'm not, I don't respond. I'm not a hyper responder to anabolics, and I'm tall
Right.
and lanky. So, I just don't have the best genetics, but I can still make, like, Chris Bumstead has given me the most motivation because if you look at pictures back when he was younger, he was pretty skinny too. And
Yeah.
so was Bradley Martin. You ever watch Bradley Martin?
I've seen Bradley Martin, yeah.
Dude, when he was 19, he was like a stick, a beam pole. And you know what he weighs now? 257 pounds. And he's 6'3" like I am. And his arms are just,
Yeah, they're massive.
yeah,
They're
he's big guy.
massive.
And he's
These guys are
strong,
massive.
dude. He is crazy strong.
Yeah, of course they're crazy strong.
So it's people like that give me confidence that if I just, continue, like you said, to be consistent, that I will, I may never look like, I don't ever plan on looking like Chris Bumstead, but maybe I could get to, maybe like Chris Hemsworth instead, like he's got a more athletic physique. He's got more like, he's got more of a similar body type to me.
Sure.
Probably a little bit better genetics, but I feel like I'll be able to get. See, I've already impressed myself because I didn't think my genetics were that great at all. I thought that I would just be skinny forever. And even just the small amount of progress I've made, I've already been impressed by myself. I'm like, wow, maybe I don't have that bad of genetics, because I do have, uncles and stuff like that, and they're pretty jacked. So not really jacked, they're just big, so I feel like I can. And then there's this picture here. If it'll, well,
and so how old is that?
I can't see it.
I saw it. It popped up.
There it is.
How old is that?
I want to say like a month ago, maybe.
Okay.
But you can tell just like in the shoulders, and just I'm pumped. But obviously my calves are one of my most weak points. I was doing squats and my biceps and my arms are really in my forearms, but my back development is on point. I'm really happy about my back development and my trap and shoulder development, but I just I feel like if I eat too much, I'll get fluffy again, like skinny fat, so I'm just trying to just kind of maintain like Coach Greg recommends. And going back to what you were saying, about not counting calories, I used to count my calories, but it got to where I feel like I can tell. I feel like, close enough, because I weigh myself about every 2 days when I go in the gym, and I just kind of consistently growing back up again, getting a little bigger since I did that hard cut. So I don't feel like you need to count calories, especially, maybe for beginners, and even beginners, they don't even really need to worry about diet. They need to worry about training routine. So I'll just let you take
exactly. No, so what I wanted to add as we continue, if there's anybody on the stream right now, I'd love to kind of hear in the comments, right, what type of training you do personally. The thing is I always like to hear how people are training, and or if they have a specific training style. So I don't know if anybody's in the stream right now or in the comments.
Have one person, and I'm just going to create a banner that'll go across the screen.
Yeah, just want to know what their training style is. How do they train, right? Because again, we've gone through this whole stream, and basically we've answered the question, Chris, and that's what I wanted to do today for our viewers. The question was, is there a specific training style that is absolutely optimal? That was the title, right? Mm-hmm. And the answer to that is no. There is no optimal silver bullet training style that will simply work for everybody, and you'll just be this jacked monster of power and strength and longevity. It doesn't work like that. Exactly. Everybody is absolutely different. So the answer, we've had a long form answer, right? This whole stream, we've been answering that question in a very long way. But in a very short way, the answer is, it's going to take time for you to answer that question yourself. Everybody's training style is going to be different because their bodies adapt to it differently and they respond to it differently. So for you to answer that question for yourself, because I can't answer it for you, it's going to take a year or two at least of consistent training and trying different things and seeing how your body responds. And then you got to ask yourself, where am I taking my body? Do I want to be super powerful where if I hit you one time, you will die? Or do I want to be the guy who can go in there and rep 135 pounds on the bench press 50 times? Because that's two different things, man. I can go into a gym and get the most powerful power lifter and say, come join me today. I bet you I can whip your ass. And I sure as hell will. And then on the contrary, he can do the same to me. So nobody can make fun of each other. Nobody can say my training style is better than yours because I can kick your ass and you can kick mine. It's just a matter of what you want to do and what works best and what you have fun doing, Chris. Tell me I'm wrong, man. I just go in the gym to have fun. And if I'm not having fun, damn it, I go home.
See, that's what I like about doing like those challenges that I've shown you, like really the Henry Cavill one was the most fun, that Henry Cavill workout video I did, because it's like a challenge for myself to see where I'm at as far as endurance wise and stuff. And I feel like that's probably, unless you got something you just want to do, I would really enjoy doing that Henry Cavill workout to see who gets the best time, because it incorporates, I don't know if you remember it. You do it's fastest to 10,000 pounds. You want to lift 10,000 pounds as fast as possible. You do 1 rep deadlift, 1 rep squat, 1 rep bench press, and just keep doing that. 1 rep of each until you've gotten to 10,000 pounds. I got it in like 22 minutes, but that was back when I could barely squat like 185 pounds, and I was having to do bench with 135. So I can lift now, and I really feel like that would be a really fun challenge, just because it was like eight months ago almost. So I want to see how much I've progressed, but I've got to find the cameraman. But yeah, I really enjoy doing those kind of CrossFit challenges because it shows me how much progress I've made. Jason Statham. That's like I told you, that Jason Statham workout video I did. His warm up was more like a workout to me,
right?
Because it was that pyramid sets of push ups and pull ups. And that dude's a beast at pull-ups. I've gotten a lot better at them, but I can't keep up with him.
No, man. And again, and that's the way he trains, though, right? So, but I bet you can whip his ass in something else. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I can deadlift more than he can. I noticed because it showed what his numbers were as far as deadlift, and I actually had to put more weight on the bar for it to be accurate, because it was percentage wise of your max.
Right.
So I had to lift more than him on deadlift, but that was it.
Good.
He killed me on the pull-ups.
So hey, man, I'm going to say this. So what I've got coming up this month, Chris, on my channel, I'll do a little shameless plug here if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
I've got a series that I'm going to drop here. I'm working real hard on it, and I'm sitting here about to promise it, so I better pull through and I better make it happen.
You will. You got this.
But I've got 12 days of liftness, man. So what I'm going to be doing is putting together 12 separate days of a workout routine, right? And this is for anybody who wants to join and have fun. Heck, you could do it. You're a seasoned lifter, but you can do it. But really, what I'm trying to do is jumpstart somebody's training. So if they really want to follow along, if they want a good training routine, 12 days straight. I'm not going to hammer any one muscle. That's not how you do 12 days in a row. You can't do it that way. Right. But I want to do 12 days in a row of fitness, of getting in the gym and doing something, or at home. I'm going to have variations. I'm going to make sure that in my list, I give a variation of body weight or something. I don't want anybody to be left out, but I'm trying to put that out. And it's for twofold, because I feel like, it's fun. First of all, it's fun. It's it's Christmas themed. It's the holiday season. So it's the 12 days of liftness. And so, but it's twofold, right? I'm trying to, get my channel and my community growing. I'm trying to run to 100, and I'm going to have a pretty sweet challenge attached to that 12 days, right? That at the end of it, I'm going to have to pay a big, hefty price if we meet the goal of 100 subs or more by the end of the month. And you're definitely going to want to see that. You're
I
definitely
was
going to want to do
planning.
that.
I was
And
planning to
so
get to 200 by the end of the month, and it happened last night, and I was like,
that's
holy
crazy.
crap!
I mean,
I
you know,
don't
you
know
never
where's it all
know.
coming from, dude. I have no idea, but I'm definitely stoked about it. I think I checked just now, and I'm already back at like 203 or something. I'm just totally ecstatic about it because it's.
Hey, whatever, you know, whatever makes it happen.
Well, I'm
But I
gonna
mean, I
bring you
think,
up with me, man, because every time if what I think is happening actually is happening, which I think YouTube is finally like using the algo to push my videos, I am yeah, I'm definitely going to be able to bring you up with me because I'll link your videos in the pinned comments and the description. You know, uh, we had two people come in, and I was like, dude, I put up another banner. Tell us your current training style in the chat, but nobody's answering. But
no big deal,
hopefully,
no
I'll
big
get
deal.
the time to chop this one up and put it. Hey guys, tell us your current training routine, and because we want to discuss it a little bit. I know there's two of y'all in here. Tell us what you're doing to train right now. Tell us what your current training style or routine or regimen, whatever you want to call it. Let us know in the chat because we're trying to get some idea of how other people are uh, trying to achieve gains, if you will.
Exactly. You know, and we just want to kind of hear from as many people as possible. And
Absolutely.
I think part of the reason why I would ask that question is because I would fully expect to get different answers. And that
Okay.
again reinforces what we've said this entire stream is that
Mhm.
there is no silver bullet. Okay. Everybody trains differently. So
Mhm.
you gotta find your lane and stay in it and go and do what your body responds to.
Right. See, for me, I could well, first of all, to the two people that I see in here right now, thank you for stopping by.
Absolutely.
The views, they mean the world to me, guys. And if you wouldn't mind, just hit that like button and the subscribe button. It helps me out tremendously. I just hit 200 subscribers, and I've also got some merch available in the description below. But anyway, see, for me, like say upper body push, bench press, pull ups, my back and my shoulders and stuff, they'll recover within a day or two. But
Hmm.
I'll have, if I do a really heavy leg day, I'll be sore for 4 or 5 days. Like I could do one leg day a week, and I feel like I grow a little more whenever I give my legs a lot more time. It's probably something to do with the fact that I'm on my feet all day, every day. I never sit down
Yeah.
until I go to bed. But yeah, something about just my body in particular. It didn't matter, what my PED dose or anything was. It's just my legs have always taken quite a bit longer to recover. But I've noticed when I give them that time that they need, like say 5 to even up to a week, 5 days to up to a week, they do recover and I get bigger and stronger. Whereas if I take a week off from doing bench press or chest movements, I feel weaker. So
Right.
it's really just like you said, you gotta learn how your body responds to each exercise, to each movement and routine, however you want to put it.
Hmm. Absolutely. Well, I'm also going to second what you said, Chris, and I want to thank everybody who joined us in the stream, and then I want to also thank everybody who's joining us in the playback because that's going to reach a larger audience. You know, until
Oh yeah.
Chris and I get much larger, our audiences are really going to be reached after the fact. So, but I want to give a special thanks to those who's joined us live. That's really cool, and we appreciate it. And to everybody who joined us in the playback, I really hope that you got some information, some good information that you can take away from this and feel encouraged that that you don't need to know it all to get started, and that you don't need to know it all to really get a lot of good results. And you can follow either one of us. Go ahead and subscribe to Chris. Subscribe to me. I'm telling you, we're just regular
Yep.
guys, and we are not gonna mince words with you. We're not gonna lie. Everything we do is truthful and honest and transparent. There's nothing else out there that I think that like our channels. So
And
I just
that's
want to thank everybody who's joining us.
absolutely me as well. And Michael's description is in the link, or Michael's link is in the description. But I feel like the difference is, whenever you're watching the bigger YouTubers, you can feel like it's daunting because they already, they seem like they have that dream physique, that's something that's not really achievable. Whereas when you're watching us, we're just normal guys. We're dads. We got work to do. We got, raising kids, all kinds of other things going on. we don't have the chance. We're not able to focus all of our lives on fitness. So we can kind of relate more to you guys. We can kind of relate more to, not really having, I mean, Mike over here, he's pretty jacked. So, I mean, but myself, I feel like it's more comfortable for you guys to, how do I put it? You can take, what I'm talking about. I'm going to let you take it.
Yeah, it's just more comfortable for them to really come to us for that knowledge, because the thing is they're looking in the mirror. That's what I want them to do, is look in the mirror, right? So when you're looking at these other bigger YouTube and these big, huge celebrity really status, so you're no longer looking in the mirror. It's not apples to apples. I'm a regular dude, man. I'm a dad. I'm a career man. I'm a husband. I've got so many responsibilities outside the gym that I have to make time for the gym and for fitness. And that's the audience I want to reach. And that is the vast majority of us. How many of us have the luxury of just working out every single day, all day, every day, have a trainer come in, have a dietitian, and have a chef cooking up our meals so we don't even have to think about it, a chef doing it for you? We don't have that. I'm a regular dude, man. You know how many times I go in the kitchen, I'm like, God, dog, what am I going to eat today? I don't know. I might as well just get a handful of peanuts. That's what I do. I'm a regular guy. And so, but if you follow me, I'm a regular guy giving regular advice that you're going to get these kind of exceptional results from. And the thing is, if you follow me and Chris, you're going to see exceptional results from guys who don't live and breathe the gym and live and breathe fitness. Right. I don't. That is simply a small part of my life. It is a small part.
It's my foundation. It's kind of my foundation. It helped me develop, the discipline I need to help all other aspects of my life. I'm not blowing all my money on drugs anymore. I'm not, being irresponsible, leaving my kid unattended, doing dumb stuff. I'm not getting put in jail all the time. I work out in the gym. And I say this all the time. My kid and my son saved my life. But what I wanted to say is, even I remember when I first started, I was wishing that there was somebody like me that I could see, what am I going to look like in 3 years? Yes. What am I going to look like in a year? And now that, that's why another reason I created my channel is so, people, I know I'm not the only, it's not like I'm the only person who has that thought, so I remember that feeling that like, man, I can't find anybody that looks like me that, or that has my genetics that I could, get some idea of how I'm going to look, a year from now, 2 years from now.
Or
that's
more so,
I really wanted to share my journey.
Yeah, not just that, Chris, though, but you didn't have somebody to look to say that, hey, I'm just a regular guy. Whenever you go on these fitness channels, these guys, that's all they do all day, every day. They're usually trainers or dietitians or something. Their life is the gym. Whereas my life, your life is not in the gym. My life is at home with my children and my wife and my family and my career. So I can assure you, I mean, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I want to drive this point home that Chris and I, you're looking at a mirror. If you just follow us, and if you just sub up and follow us in this journey, you will reach significant results and have a good time doing it and have time to do it. Have time. Look like Luis jumped in. Love the content, my training style. Well, I really don't have one. I work 50 plus hours and don't have the time to work out. Okay, Luis. Okay, see, that's who we're talking to, Chris. Hey, Luis, first of all, thanks for coming in the chat, man. I really appreciate you coming in, dropping it on live, and shooting that comment over to us, because you are the person that we're talking to. Because I understand what it means to not have time. And I think Chris could probably agree, right? Most times I don't have time, Luis. Okay. So all I can tell you is that until you, in your own mind, find your own motivation to make the time, there's nothing I or Chris can say to make it happen for you. But one thing I can assure you, though, is if you continue to follow my channel and Chris's channel and our content, you will feel that motivation, and you're going to see regular guys just consistently moving. That's all I'm asking you to do. I'm not asking you to go work out for 2 hours. I'm not asking you to work out for an hour. What I'm asking you to do is find some kind of time. I don't care if it's 10 minutes. Find the time to go in and do something and move. And when you do that, let's say, but start out just once a week, man. Do it for 15 minutes. Do something for 15 minutes. I'm begging you. If you just would take my advice.
Luis is a good buddy of mine. He lives nearby. So Luis,
does he? Okay.
You can come to the gym as a guest with me, you know. So
come on, Luis.
If you're interested, I know you're just here to support the channel, and I really appreciate you doing that. But if you ever do want to get in the gym with me, dude, I will bring you in as a guest. And I mean, I promise not going to be harsh on you. Everything will be, you know, you remember when I did all those review videos, I gave Luis like all the leftover, like, what are they, Quest bars and stuff. Cause I don't really care about protein bars. I was just, you know, doing reviews on them. But yeah, Luis is a damn good guy. He's about to order his own. He's about to open. He's got his own taco truck, and I'm really getting excited about ordering some tacos from him.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
So
you know Luis. You know Luis.
Yeah,
man.
I know him.
So hey, man, just again, my advice still remains, right?
Absolutely.
I don't need somebody to go out there and kill themselves. That's stupid. I'm not going to ask you to do it, and I'm not going to tell you that's the only way to get results either. That's not the only way to get results. The way to get results is consistency. So, Luis, what I can say to you, man, is if you consistently do nothing, you will consistently not go anywhere, right, with your fitness. That's it. And so if you consistently do something, like if you take Chris up on his offer and just go to the gym with him once a week, you'll be amazed. You'll be amazed. Yep. So, I mean, hey, just whatever you need to do.
You know,
52
workouts a year, that's a lot more than zero.
It's a lot more than zero.
And you would be blown away by the results you can make by just doing once a week, especially as a newbie. I don't know if you. Well, Luis, tell us what you have. You ever been into fit? Have you ever lifted weights before? Were you in sports in school, or what's going on? You got any kind of muscle memory?
Yeah, because that's the thing, you know. So here's the thing. Assuming Luis hasn't done anything in the past. He's going to get in here with you in the gym or by himself at home doing push-ups, and he's going to get like these crazy newbie gains, man, that I'm so jealous of that I will never touch ever again. They'll never come ever again. Those are long gone. Those days are gone, Luis. You could destroy me, and as far as gains go, if you just did something consistently like once a week.
Yeah, see, the newbie gains. See, Luis, he's not like obese, he's not like morbidly obese or anything, but he's just got a little extra on him, you know. So I feel like that's probably what he's wanting to get rid of. But what so many people do not realize is that muscle, without any cardio, without anything, the more muscle you accrue by lifting weights, the higher your calorie maintenance grows, the higher your metabolism grows, because your body has to use more energy to maintain that muscle mass. So you just sitting on the couch, you're burning more calories than you were before just because you built muscle. And then when you eat more protein, that increases your metabolism because it takes more energy to break protein down than it does, like I said before, than it does to break down sugars and simple carbs. So
check this out. So Chris, check it out. Luis has responded. He said he's going to come to the gym with you next weekend, right? He did play football his freshman year in high school. Okay. So I think at this point, he's still looking at newbie gains. Okay. Yeah. He's still looking at newbie gains. So Chris, this is my thing. So Luis, I'm gonna ask you since you're on the stream, and Chris, of course, if you're okay with it, but I would love to see that in a video. And the reason why is because I believe Chris could train you effectively. And Chris, I think that'd be a great video. So you're showing just a regular dude go in and train with you, and taking them through a routine that doesn't kill the man.
As long as
they get intimidated.
Yeah, as long as he's down to be on camera, I totally am, because the main reason that I haven't been doing a lot of footage in the gym lately is because I don't have a cameraman. I have to like prop my phone up on something, you know. Sometimes I'll take my tripod in there with me and people are all staring and I'm just like, you know, I'm like, what are you staring at, dickholes?
Well, on this one, I wouldn't care, man. And so I would just
something like that, you know. But I feel like when I'm training by myself and I have my tripod, people think I'm like showing off or something when it's really just trying to show my progress, you know, show my journey.
Yeah.
But
So
people are judgmental as hell, so but
I don't
next
know.
weekend, especially Sunday, the gym, even Saturdays, the gym is usually pretty empty, so it would be
Let's
a
hit
good
it
time.
up, man. I would be excited to see it. Luis, man, I'd love to hear if you're willing to get on camera. I'd love for you to put that in the comments because I'd be excited to see that video. Because Luis, I'd like to be able to put a face to the name. And I appreciate all the comments and the interaction with this live. It's huge support for Chris and I both, so we appreciate it. But Chris, I think you could do a good job. I think that'd be an excellent video, and I think you get a lot of traction with it. You're gonna really show people that you can get in the gym day one and still get work done. You don't have to kill yourself to do it. You're just
No.
going to take them through a good routine, and
And
that's the
see,
key.
I don't really just like, I'm not the get it done, scream, like, I don't scream and yell and get all crazy about it. I'm just like, that's not proper form. Tighten your back up, just
Exactly.
simple, just guidance. Like, this is the way I would do it. Okay. If just different little techniques, pull with your elbows instead of your wrists, things like that. And
Right.
I've had a couple guys, but they just like my Benji, he's in some of my older videos, and he was sticking with it for a long time. He was doing really well, but he was only able to come like once a week, and then he started partying again, I guess, and he just hasn't been since. But
Hey,
I don't
man.
mind training by myself. I'm still waiting on
No.
Luis to get in this chat and tell us whether he's going to do it or not. But
Come on, Luis. Come on, Luis. We're looking forward
I know
to
you
it, man.
said you didn't have a lot of time, and we're running on an hour 16, so
Yeah, man. So
this.
we'll go ahead and wrap this up. But man, I was hoping I'd hear from Louise. I want
Yeah,
to know.
let's give him another couple minutes and see what he
Yeah,
says, because
yeah, yeah.
it says that we got 2 viewers, and I'm pretty sure he's one of them, so he should be in. Okay, let's do it. I'll be on camera. He says, "All right,
Come
what a
on.
way
All
to
right.
end the podcast. That's what I'm talking about."
That's what we end on right there, buddy.
Yes. Hey, dude, another
Okay.
great show. Virtual
Yeah.
fist bump. Awesome.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
Luis, you got my number. Just shoot me a text. Get in touch. You said next weekend, so I'm assuming not this weekend, but the one after. I will definitely plan for it, and we'll get a time and everything set up via text or messenger on Facebook. But man, it was a great show. I really appreciate everybody for coming through and leaving messages in the live chat. That boosts my algorithm, and it really helps me out, and I really appreciate it. Make sure, if you haven't already, to go down in my description box and subscribe to Michael's video, or Michael's. You want me to call you Michael or Mike? I can't remember. I'm terrible with
Michael's
names.
fine.
Michael's fine.
Michael's
Okay.
fine. Yeah.
So go subscribe to Michael's channel. We really need to get him caught up with me. He's a little bit newer channel than I am, but
Definitely.
he's growing really fast. I feel like his content is better than mine because it's short, sweet, and to the point, and it gets like a lot of information in. And for people that don't really have a lot of time, I would
Yeah.
recommend his channel over mine. I feel like he does a better job than me. He's got more experience than me. But anyway, make sure you get that done, and we will. What do you think, man? About every 2 weeks, you want to just do a show?
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah. Yeah. We
think,
can do that.
it's been 2 weeks since we did the last one. I feel like every
Yeah.
2 weeks is a good
Yeah.
because then it doesn't put way too much pressure on us to do it like once a
No.
week, and we can still focus on the other content we got going. But
Yeah.
once again, thanks to everybody. Thanks to people watching on the replay. I'm probably going to chop this up into a couple different, short videos,
Yep.
and Michael's going to probably do the same. But just make sure you guys don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And oh yeah, one more thing, real quick, that I am just beyond stoked about. Where'd it go? Give me just a second, because this is really, because the thing is, I'd almost quit. I was at like 130 subscribers and I'd stalled. I was actually losing subscribers. I wasn't even gaining subscribers anymore. My
Yeah.
videos were getting like 9, 10, 9 or 10 views, nothing really at all. And then I joined the Niminati, Nick Nimmin. And damn it, come on now. Damn computer. I'm I'm gonna buy a new camera, and then my damn computer's not gonna be able to run it or run the
Oh, man.
footage. So then I'm gonna have to buy a damn computer after that. Man, oh wait, I don't have to do it that way. I can just screen share. My bad,
Let's
guys,
do it.
my
Let's do
bad.
it.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna do it this way, so we're still over here on the side. Go here, go to TubeBuddy.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on. I already know what you're doing. Come on. Let's see it.
Milestones, and right here, I mean, just beyond freaking stoked, guys, that
yeah, man,
because I almost quit. And then Nick reviewed my channel, Nick Nimmin. He come on my channel. He told me what to change. He said, you know, this, and this. He told me to change my channel banner, just several different things. He told me how to lay out my playlist. So this is my new channel banner. You know, hey, dude, another 3 subscribers since we started the show.
Let's go,
awesome.
man. Let's go.
Friggin'
hey,
awesome.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
He showed me
how to
go
down there and hit subscribe on my stuff now, y'all.
I should have already subscribed to your channel. Actually, I subscribe to your channel I have 3 different accounts, and I subscribe to your channel with all of them. But basically, he taught me how to, change all this up. So to put the upload, like recent uploads up top, and then the past live streams, and then the created playlist here. So you got addiction, how to get abs guaranteed, discussing PD, just different stuff like that. And then a lot of different, like the about section, for instance. So here we are, and kind of tells my story.
Sure.
I was in Thanksgiving 2018. I was in jail for drugs. I weighed 154 pounds when booked at 6'3". This was rock bottom. Since then, I've become a father, cleaned up, traded my old habits for new ones, healthier habits, both mentally and physically. Doesn't happen overnight, but it can definitely be done. Now I'm weighing in over 200 pounds lean. Not huge yet by any means, but miles from where I began. I created this channel to inspire others like me to make a change. This doesn't pertain only to those struggling with addiction, but anyone that has the desire to improve their lives. I want to help people develop new, healthier habits to replace their old ones as I have. YouTube seems crowded with people who have been athletes their entire lives. What about the folks who get a later start? It's never too late to make a change. Start today by subscribing to my channel and watching a few videos for inspiration.
Absolutely.
So
hey, man, that's what we're here doing, man.
Yeah, that kind of goes back to what we were talking about, like why I created my channel. But yeah, I really I think we did a good show, man. And I look forward to doing another one, and I look forward to doing that collaboration. And once again, thanks to everyone.
Absolutely. I think we lost you, man. So just in case I'm still on, I don't want it to be weird, but hey, y'all have a good one. Thank you for dropping by. Be sure to click that like and subscribe button. Subscribe to Chris. Go down in that link in the description. Subscribe to myself. We're going to make sure that we work through this together, and we always just keep moving.
It is. Until
next time.
Dang, I have no idea what happened, but man.
Hey, we're here. We're here. I was closing us out, man.
Yeah, all of a sudden it just kicked me out of the studio. But anyway, we were closing up anyway. Thanks again, guys. I'm going to give you guys a virtual fist bump one more time. And we will see you guys in 2 weeks for this show. But obviously, we will have more content coming out before then.
Absolutely.
So y'all have a great weekend.
Thank you. Y'all too, man.